where every horizon takes your breath away, where mountains, oceans, deserts, and cities reveal the earth in all its glory. From ancient civilizations and hidden valleys to crystal clear waters and towering cliffs, these are the 50 most beautiful places on our planet. Get ready to experience the world like never before, in stunning 4K clarity, and let your imagination travel across continents, cultures, and landscapes that will leave you speechless. Welcome to the ultimate journey through the beauty of Earth. Imagine standing at the edge of the world, where snow-covered mountains touch the sky, where oceans glow in shades of turquoise and sapphire, and where ancient towns cling to cliffs like dreams frozen in time. This is not a fantasy. This is our planet, a living masterpiece, shaped by millions of years of nature, time, and human stories. Today, you are about to journey across some of the most beautiful places on Earth, places that feel unreal until you see them with your own eyes. High in the heart of Europe, the Swiss Alps rise like a colossal wall of ice and stone. Jagged peaks stretch endlessly across the horizon, crowned with glaciers that shimmer under the sunlight. Alpine villages rest peacefully in green valleys, where wooden chalets, quiet lakes, and winding trails create scenes straight out of a fairy tale. In winter, snow blankets everything in pure white silence, while skiers carve paths through powdery slopes. In summer, wildflowers paint the mountains in vibrant colors, and the air feels crisp, clean, and alive. Here, every breath feels like freedom. Far to the south, across the Mediterranean Sea, lies the iconic island of Santorini. Whitewashed houses cascade down volcanic cliffs, their blue domes reflecting the endless sky. Narrow streets twist through charming villages, where bougainvillea flowers spill over stone walls, and the scent of the sea fills the air. As the sun sets, the sky explodes in shades of gold, pink, and deep orange, casting a warm glow over the caldera. Couples gather on terraces, travelers pause in silence, and the world seems to slow down just to watch the sun disappear into the Aegean. Across the globe, in the heart of the South Pacific, Bora Bora floats like a jewel in the ocean. Crystal clear waters surround lush green islands, and overwater bungalows stretch across tranquil lagoons. Coral reefs shimmer beneath the surface, filled with colorful fish and graceful rays. The water is so clear that boats appear to hover above the sea. Palm trees sway gently in the breeze, and the sound of waves creates a peaceful rhythm. Here, time feels different, as if the world outside no longer exists. In the rugged wilderness of Canada, Banff National Park reveals nature at its most dramatic. Towering peaks surround emerald lakes that look almost unreal. Lake Louise glows with a surreal turquoise color, reflecting glaciers and forests like a perfect mirror. Dense pine forests stretch for miles, and wildlife roam freely through valleys and mountain passes. Whether it is hiking in summer or skiing in winter, Banff feels like stepping into a cinematic dream, where every angle looks like a postcard. Beneath the waters of Australia, the Great Barrier Reef stretches across thousands of kilometers, forming the largest coral reef system on Earth. From above, the ocean shifts between deep blues and bright aquamarines. Below the surface, a hidden world comes alive with vibrant corals, tropical fish, sea turtles, and giant manta rays. Sunlight filters through the water, creating shimmering patterns that dance across the reef. It is a living ecosystem, fragile yet breathtaking, reminding us how extraordinary life on Earth truly is. These places are only a glimpse of what our planet has to offer. From towering mountains to quiet islands, from ancient towns to underwater worlds, Earth is filled with beauty beyond imagination. Each destination tells a story, each landscape holds a memory, and each horizon invites us to explore further. And this is just the beginning of our journey across the most beautiful places on Earth. The world is full of places that feel almost impossible, landscapes so powerful and beautiful that they seem designed to inspire awe. As we continue this journey, prepare to witness destinations that redefine what paradise, adventure, and wonder truly mean. Deep in South America, Patagonia stretches across Chile and Argentina, like a land untouched by time. Vast plains meet jagged mountains, and glaciers spill down from towering peaks into icy lakes. Torres del Paine National Park stands as one of its greatest treasures, where granite towers rise dramatically from the earth, surrounded by turquoise lakes and golden grasslands. Winds sweep across the region, carrying the scent of ice and wilderness. Here, nature feels raw and powerful, reminding you how small and alive you really are. In the heart of Asia, Japan's Mount Fuji rises in perfect symmetry, a sacred symbol that has inspired artists and travelers for centuries. In spring, cherry blossoms bloom around its base, creating a soft, pink contrast against the snow-capped peak. In autumn, fiery red and golden leaves surround the mountain, reflecting in calm lakes like a living painting. Villages and shrines sit quietly in the landscape, where tradition and nature blend seamlessly. Watching Mount Fuji at sunrise, as the first light touches its summit, feels like witnessing a moment of pure harmony. Across the African continent, the Serengeti stretches endlessly under an open sky. This vast savanna is home to one of the greatest wildlife spectacles on Earth. Millions of wildebeest, zebras, and gazelles migrate across the plains in search of fresh grass, followed closely by lions, cheetahs, and hyenas. Golden sunlight paints the grasslands, and acacia trees dot the horizon like silhouettes in a dream. At night, the sky explodes with stars, and the sounds of the wild echo through the darkness. The Serengeti is not just a place, it is the heartbeat of nature itself. In the Middle East, Petra in Jordan emerges from rose-colored cliffs like a forgotten city carved by ancient hands. Hidden within a narrow canyon, the treasury reveals itself suddenly, its intricate facade glowing under shifting sunlight. Temples, tombs, and ancient streets stretch across the desert, telling stories of a civilization that once thrived along trade routes. As the sun sets, the stone turns deep red and gold, and candles illuminate the pathways during night tours. Petra feels mystical, timeless, and almost unreal, like stepping into a legend. Far north, in Iceland, nature shows its most dramatic side. Volcanoes, glaciers, waterfalls, and geysers shape a landscape that looks like another planet. Skogafoss and Seljalandsfoss waterfalls crash down from towering cliffs, creating misty rainbows in the sunlight. Lava fields stretch across black sand deserts, while ice caves glow with deep blue light beneath glaciers. And when night falls, the northern lights dance across the sky in waves of green and purple, lighting up the darkness with cosmic beauty. Iceland is wild, untamed, and unforgettable. On the coast of Italy, the Amalfi Coast winds along dramatic cliffs above the Mediterranean Sea. Colorful villages cling to steep hillsides, their pastel buildings stacked like blocks against the blue water. Narrow roads curve along the coastline, offering breathtaking views at every turn. Boats glide across sparkling seas, and lemon groves fill the air with a fresh citrus scent. As the sun sets, the sky reflects on the water, and lights begin to glow in seaside towns, creating a magical atmosphere that feels both romantic and timeless. These places remind us that beauty exists in countless forms. From icy peaks to warm deserts, from ancient cities to vibrant coastlines, every corner of the planet holds a unique story. And as we continue this journey, even more breathtaking destinations await, each one more incredible than the last. The Earth never stops surprising us. Just when you think you have seen the most beautiful places imaginable, new landscapes appear that feel even more unreal, as if nature itself decided to create masterpieces across every continent. This chapter takes you to destinations where history, nature, and imagination come together in breathtaking harmony. In the heart of Southeast Asia, Ha Long Bay in Vietnam rises from the sea like a dream. Thousands of limestone karsts tower above emerald waters, creating a maze of islands, caves, and hidden lagoons. Traditional wooden boats glide slowly across the bay, their reflections shimmering in the calm water. Inside the caves, massive chambers filled with stalactites and stalagmites glow under soft lights, revealing shapes formed over millions of years. Mist often drifts across the peaks in the early morning, giving the bay an almost mystical atmosphere, as if dragons once lived among these islands. Across the ocean, in the deserts of the United States, the Grand Canyon reveals the power of time itself. Layer upon layer of red, orange, and brown rock stretches for miles, carved by the Colorado River over millions of years. Standing on the rim, you feel the vastness of the landscape, where cliffs drop into deep shadows, and the horizon seems endless. As the sun moves across the sky, the colors shift and glow, turning the canyon into a living painting. At sunrise and sunset, the canyon becomes even more dramatic, glowing with fiery hues that make the landscape feel alive. In the heart of Turkey, Cappadocia feels like a world shaped by fantasy. Soft volcanic rock has been carved by wind and rain into strange formations known as fairy chimneys. Ancient cave dwellings and churches are hidden inside these formations, decorated with centuries-old frescoes. At dawn, hundreds of hot air balloons rise into the sky, floating silently above valleys and villages. From above, the landscape looks like another planet, with winding valleys, rock towers, and soft pastel colors glowing under the rising sun. Cappadocia is a place where history and nature blend into pure magic. Deep in the Amazon rainforest, the world's largest tropical jungle stretches across South America. Endless green canopies hide winding rivers, exotic wildlife, and indigenous cultures that have lived here for thousands of years. The Amazon River snakes through the forest like a giant artery, carrying life through its vast ecosystem. Birds with brilliant feathers, monkeys swinging through trees, and jaguars moving silently through the undergrowth create a world filled with mystery and life. When rain falls, the forest comes alive with sound, and the air feels heavy with the scent of earth and vegetation. The Amazon is one of the last great wildernesses on Earth. In northern Europe, Norway's fjords carve deep into the coastline, creating dramatic landscapes of steep cliffs, calm waters, and small villages nestled along the shore. Geirangafjord and Narrafjord are among the most famous, where waterfalls cascade down mountainsides into deep blue waters. Snow-capped peaks rise in the distance, and boats glide quietly through the narrow passages. In summer, the sun barely sets, casting golden light across the landscape late into the night. In winter, the northern lights often dance above the fjords, reflecting in the still water and creating scenes that feel truly magical. In Africa, the Sahara Desert stretches beyond the horizon, a vast ocean of sand dunes that change shape with the wind. Golden dunes rise and fall like waves, glowing under the intense sun. At night, temperatures drop, and the sky becomes filled with stars brighter than anywhere else on Earth. Nomadic tribes travel across the desert with camels, following ancient routes that have existed for centuries. The silence of the desert is powerful, broken only by the sound of wind moving across the sand. The Sahara is harsh, beautiful, and deeply humbling. These destinations show how diverse and extraordinary our planet truly is. From misty bays and deep canyons to floating balloons and endless jungles, each place offers a different kind of wonder. And as this journey continues, even more incredible landscapes are waiting to be discovered. The beauty of our planet feels endless. Every continent holds places that seem crafted by imagination, where nature and human history come together in scenes that leave you speechless. In this chapter, we explore destinations where landscapes feel alive, cultures feel timeless, and every view looks like a masterpiece. In China, Zhangjiajie National Forest Park rises like a surreal fantasy world. Tall sandstone pillars stretch high into the clouds, some wrapped in mist, others glowing under sunlight. These towering columns inspire the floating mountains seen in movies, but in reality, they are even more impressive. Glass bridges span deep valleys, offering heart-pounding views of forests far below. Walking through Zhangjiajie feels like stepping into another dimension, where gravity seems optional and nature builds skyscrapers out of stone. In India, the Taj Mahal stands as one of the most iconic monuments on Earth. This white marble masterpiece was built as a symbol of love, and its symmetry and elegance are breathtaking. As the sun rises, the marble changes color from soft pink to bright white, and at sunset, it glows with golden warmth. Reflecting pools mirror the structure perfectly, creating a scene of pure balance and serenity. Gardens surround the monument, filled with trees, fountains, and pathways that invite quiet reflection. The Taj Mahal is not just a building, it is poetry carved in stone. Across the ocean in South America, Machu Picchu sits high in the Andes Mountains, hidden above clouds and jungle. Ancient stone ruins stretch across mountain ridges, where the Inca civilization once thrived. Terraced fields cascade down steep slopes, and llamas wander calmly among the ruins. When fog rolls in, the city feels mysterious and sacred, as if time has paused. The mountains around Machu Picchu rise dramatically, framing the site with peaks and valleys that make the view unforgettable. This lost city feels like a secret waiting to be rediscovered. In New Zealand, Milford Sound reveals nature at its most dramatic and peaceful. Tall cliffs rise straight from dark waters, carved by glaciers over thousands of years. Waterfalls tumble down mountainsides, especially after rain, creating hundreds of silver streams. Dolphins swim through the fjord, and seals rest on rocks along the shore. When clouds drift low, they wrap the mountains in mist, creating a moody and cinematic atmosphere. Whether under sunshine or rain, Milford Sound feels like a sacred place, untouched and pure. In the Caribbean, the Bahamas offer a completely different kind of beauty. White sandy beaches stretch along turquoise waters so clear that boats appear to float in the air. Shallow sandbanks create endless shades of blue, from pale aqua to deep sapphire. Palm trees sway gently in the breeze, and the sound of waves creates a calm rhythm. Marine life thrives beneath the surface, with coral reefs, colorful fish, and even swimming pigs on certain islands. The Bahamas feel like the definition of tropical paradise. In Eastern Europe, the Plitvice Lakes National Park in Croatia looks like a fairy tale brought to life. Wooden walkways wind through a network of turquoise lakes connected by waterfalls. The water is so clear that you can see fish swimming beneath the surface. Forests surround the lakes, changing colors with the seasons, from vibrant green in summer to golden and red in autumn. Mist rises from the waterfalls in the morning, adding a magical atmosphere. Walking through Plitvice feels like exploring a hidden world designed by nature's imagination. These places remind us that Earth is filled with wonders beyond what we can imagine. From towering pillars of stone and ancient monuments of love to lost cities and tropical islands, every destination tells a story. And as we continue this journey, even more stunning places are waiting to inspire and amaze you. The planet continues to unfold like a living gallery, revealing scenes that feel unreal, timeless, and deeply moving. In this chapter, we travel through landscapes shaped by ice, fire, water, and centuries of human creativity, where every frame feels like a cinematic masterpiece. In the far north, Greenland stretches across the Arctic like a frozen kingdom. Massive icebergs drift slowly through dark waters, glowing in shades of white and blue. Glaciers crack and calve into the sea, creating thunderous echoes across silent fjords. Snow-covered mountains rise from the coastline, and small colorful houses dot isolated villages, bringing life to this icy wilderness. Under the midnight sun, the landscape glows endlessly, and in winter, the northern lights paint the sky with waves of green and violet. Greenland feels untouched, powerful, and otherworldly. In Southeast Asia, the temples of Angkor Wat in Cambodia emerge from the jungle like ancient giants. Stone towers rise above dense forests, surrounded by moats and intricate carvings that tell stories of gods, kings, and centuries-old civilizations. At sunrise, the sky turns pink and gold, reflecting perfectly in the still water around the temple. Monks walk quietly through corridors, and the jungle slowly reclaims the ruins with giant trees and twisting roots. Angkor Wat feels like a forgotten empire awakening from a dream. On the western edge of Europe, Ireland's cliffs of Moher stand tall against the Atlantic Ocean. Sheer cliffs drop hundreds of meters into crashing waves, stretching for miles along the rugged coastline. Seabirds circle overhead, and the wind carries the sound of the sea and distant cries. On clear days, the horizon seems endless, and at sunset, the cliffs glow with warm, golden light. Fog often rolls in, creating a dramatic, mysterious atmosphere that feels like stepping into a legend. In the heart of the Middle East, Wadi Rum in Jordan reveals a desert landscape that feels like another planet. Red sand dunes stretch beneath towering sandstone mountains, carved by wind and time. Ancient petroglyphs and inscriptions cover the rocks, telling stories of travelers who crossed this desert thousands of years ago. Bedouin camps glow softly under the night sky, where stars shine brighter than anywhere else. The silence of Wadi Rum is deep and powerful, broken only by the wind and the distant footsteps of camels. In Europe, the city of Venice floats on water like a living painting. Narrow canals replace streets, and gondolas glide past historic palaces and colorful buildings. Bridges connect small islands, and every corner feels like a scene from a romantic film. Mark Square opens up with grand architecture, cafes, and pigeons dancing across the plaza. At sunset, the city reflects on the water, and lights begin to glow across the canals, creating a magical, timeless atmosphere that feels suspended between past and present. In the Pacific, The island of Maui in Hawaii offers a paradise shaped by volcanoes and ocean waves. Black sand beaches, lush rainforests, and towering waterfalls create dramatic contrasts across the island. The road to Hana winds through tropical landscapes, passing cliffs, jungles, and hidden beaches. At the summit of Haleakala volcano, you can watch the sun rise above the clouds as the sky shifts through shades of purple, orange, and gold. Maui feels alive, vibrant, and full of energy. These destinations show the incredible diversity of Earth's beauty. From frozen Arctic landscapes and ancient temples to dramatic cliffs and floating cities, every place has its own soul and story. And as this journey continues, even more breathtaking wonders are waiting to be revealed. The journey continues across continents and cultures, revealing places that feel like dreams carved into reality. In this chapter, we explore destinations where nature creates impossible colors, where cities rise like works of art, and where ancient landscapes still whisper stories of the past. In South America, the Salar de Uyuni in Bolivia stretches across the horizon like a giant mirror. During the rainy season, a thin layer of water transforms this vast salt flat into the world's largest natural reflection, where the sky and earth blend into one endless illusion. Clouds, mountains, and even people appear to float in the sky. At night, stars reflect on the surface, creating a cosmic scene that feels like walking through space. When dry, the salt forms perfect hexagonal patterns, stretching endlessly under the blazing sun. Salar de Uyuni is surreal, silent, and unforgettable. In the heart of the Middle East, the city of Dubai rises from the desert like a futuristic vision. Skyscrapers pierce the skyline, with the Burj Khalifa towering above everything else. Luxury hotels, artificial islands, and modern architecture create a city that feels like it came from the future. Yet beyond the glass and steel, golden sand dunes stretch into the distance, where travelers ride camels and watch the sun set over the desert. The contrast between ancient desert and futuristic city makes Dubai a symbol of ambition and imagination. In East Africa, Mount Kilimanjaro rises above the plains of Tanzania as the highest freestanding mountain in the world. Its snow-capped peak stands in sharp contrast to the surrounding savanna, where elephants, giraffes, and zebras roam freely. Climbing the mountain takes you through different climate zones, from tropical forests to alpine deserts and icy glaciers. At the summit, the sunrise reveals a world of clouds and distant landscapes, creating a moment of pure triumph and wonder. In Europe, the lavender fields of Provence in France paint the countryside in endless shades of purple. Rolling hills stretch across the landscape, covered with rows of blooming lavender that sway gently in the breeze. The air is filled with a calming fragrance, and small stone villages dot the countryside with rustic charm. As the sun sets, the fields glow under golden light, creating a scene that feels peaceful, romantic, and timeless. In North America, Yosemite National Park reveals the grandeur of nature in the United States. Granite cliffs rise dramatically from forested valleys, with El Capitan and Half Dome dominating the skyline. Giant sequoia trees stand like ancient guardians, some thousands of years old. Waterfalls crash down from towering heights, especially in spring when snow melts from the mountains. Whether under summer sunlight or winter snow, Yosemite feels majestic and powerful, a reminder of nature's raw beauty. In Asia, the city of Kyoto in Japan offers a journey into tradition and elegance. Ancient temples, wooden houses, and peaceful gardens create a calm atmosphere that feels far removed from modern chaos. In spring, cherry blossoms fall like pink snow across temples and rivers. In autumn, maple leaves turn bright red and gold, transforming the city into a living painting. Geisha walk through historic streets, and tea houses preserve centuries-old rituals. Kyoto feels like stepping into a storybook filled with history and grace. These places show how diverse and extraordinary our world truly is. From reflective salt flats and futuristic cities to sacred mountains and quiet villages, every destination offers a different emotion, a different story, and a different kind of wonder. And as we move forward, even more incredible landscapes await, ready to leave you inspired and amazed. The world keeps unfolding in breathtaking chapters, each place revealing a different mood, a different rhythm, a different kind of beauty. In this chapter, we move through landscapes shaped by water, wind, and centuries of human stories, where every horizon feels cinematic and and every moment feels unforgettable. In Southeast Asia, Bali in Indonesia feels like a living paradise. Emerald rice terraces cascade down hillsides, reflecting the sky in flooded fields that glow under the sun. Temples rise from lakes and cliffs, surrounded by jungle and mist, where incense drifts through the air and offerings are placed gently on stone steps. Beaches stretch along the coastline, with waves rolling in beneath dramatic sunsets. Waterfalls hide in tropical forests, and volcanic mountains rise in the distance, reminding you that this island is alive and breathing. Bali is a place where nature and spirituality blend into one peaceful experience. In southern Africa, Victoria Falls crashes with unstoppable power along the border of Zambia and Zimbabwe. Known as the smoke that thunders, this massive waterfall sends mist high into the air, visible from miles away. Rainbows form in the spray as the Zambezi River plunges into a deep gorge. Standing near the edge, you feel the vibration of the falling water and the energy of nature at its most powerful. Nearby, wildlife roams freely, and the river continues its journey through dramatic canyons. Victoria Falls is not just a sight, it is an experience that overwhelms the senses. In South America, the Galapagos Islands feel like a natural laboratory of evolution. Volcanic landscapes meet turquoise waters, and wildlife lives with almost no fear of humans. Giant tortoises wander slowly across the land. Marine iguanas bask on black rocks, and sea lions rest on sandy beaches. Beneath the surface, crystal clear waters reveal sharks, turtles, and colorful fish swimming through coral reefs. The islands feel raw, untouched, and incredibly alive, as if nature decided to preserve this place in its purest form. In Eastern Europe, the city of Prague rises like a fairy tale from the banks of the Vltava River. Gothic spires, colorful rooftops, and historic bridges create a skyline that feels straight out of a storybook. Charles Bridge stretches across the river, lined with statues and street musicians, while Prague Castle towers above the city with centuries of history. At night, lights reflect on the water, and narrow streets glow with warm lanterns. Prague feels romantic, mysterious, and timeless, where every corner holds a piece of history. In the Pacific Northwest, the coastline of Big Sur in California offers dramatic views where mountains meet the ocean. Cliffs rise sharply above crashing waves, and winding roads curve along the edge of the land. Fog rolls in from the sea, creating a moody, cinematic atmosphere, while sunlight breaks through clouds to light up rugged landscapes. Redwood forests stand tall nearby, with trees that have lived for centuries. Big Sur feels wild, emotional, and deeply inspiring. In Central Asia, the mountains of Kyrgyzstan reveal a world of nomadic beauty. Snow-capped peaks stretch across the horizon, with alpine lakes reflecting the sky like mirrors. Yurts dot green pastures where horses roam freely and shepherds follow ancient traditions. The air is crisp and pure, and the silence feels vast and peaceful. In summer, wildflowers bloom across valleys, and in winter, the mountains become a frozen kingdom. Kyrgyzstan feels untouched, authentic, and deeply connected to nature. These destinations show how many emotions the world can hold. From peaceful islands and roaring waterfalls to ancient cities and wild coastlines, each place offers a unique feeling and a unique story. And as we continue this global journey, even more extraordinary wonders are waiting beyond the horizon. The journey across the most beautiful places on Earth continues, revealing landscapes that feel cinematic, emotional, and almost unreal. In this chapter, we explore destinations where nature feels sacred, cities feel legendary, and every scene looks like it was designed to inspire awe. In the heart of the Himalayas, Nepal's Everest region rises into the clouds like a realm of giants. Snow-covered peaks stretch endlessly across the horizon, with Mount Everest standing as the highest point on Earth. Prayer flags flutter in the wind along mountain passes, and small villages cling to steep slopes, where Sherpas and trekkers share stories beside glowing hearths. Glacial rivers carve deep valleys, and suspension bridges sway above roaring streams. At sunrise, the peaks glow in shades of gold and pink, creating a moment that feels spiritual and timeless. This is a land where the sky meets the earth. In North Africa, the city of Marrakesh in Morocco bursts with color, energy, and history. The Medina is a maze of narrow streets filled with markets, spices, lanterns, and handcrafted treasures. The sounds of musicians and merchants fill the air, while the scent of mint tea and exotic spices creates a sensory experience like no other. Palaces and ryads hide behind ancient walls, revealing peaceful courtyards with fountains and gardens. At sunset, the city turns warm and golden, and the call to prayer echoes across rooftops, creating a scene full of rhythm and soul. In East Asia, South Korea's Jeju Island offers a volcanic paradise shaped by fire and water. Lava tubes stretch beneath the ground. Black sand beaches line the coast, and green tea fields cover rolling hills. Halasan Mountain rises at the center of the island, crowned with forests and crater lakes. Waterfalls cascade into the sea, and traditional villages preserve island culture and heritage. Jeju feels fresh, dramatic, and alive, where nature and tradition exist in perfect balance. In Europe, the Swiss village of Zermatt sits beneath the iconic Matterhorn, one of the most photographed mountains in the world. Wooden chalets line quiet streets, and alpine meadows bloom with wildflowers in summer. In winter, snow blankets the village, transforming it into a magical winter wonderland. Skiers glide down pristine slopes, and trains wind through valleys surrounded by glaciers and peaks. The Matterhorn rises sharply against the sky, reflecting in calm mountain lakes like a perfect mirror. In South America, the city of Rio de Janeiro dances between mountains and sea. Sugarloaf Mountain rises above the harbor, and Christ the Redeemer stands with open arms atop Corcovado, overlooking the city. Beaches like Copacabana and Ipanema stretch along turquoise waters, filled with life, music, and movement. At sunset, the sky glows over the ocean, and the city lights begin to sparkle across hillsides. Rio feels vibrant, joyful, and full of energy, where nature and culture blend into a breathtaking rhythm. In Oceania, the island nation of New Zealand's North Island reveals geothermal wonders in Rotorua. Geysers erupt into the air, mud pools bubble, and steam rises from the ground, creating a landscape that feels alive beneath your feet. Maori culture thrives here, with traditional performances, carvings, and stories that connect people to the land. Lakes reflect volcanic mountains, and forests stretch across rolling hills. Rotorua feels powerful, ancient, and deeply connected to Earth's core. These destinations remind us that beauty comes in many forms. From the world's highest mountains and vibrant cities to peaceful villages and volcanic islands, every place tells a story. And as this global journey continues, even more breathtaking wonders are waiting to be discovered, each one more inspiring than the last. The Earth continues to reveal its wonders, places that feel legendary, powerful, and deeply emotional. In this chapter, we travel through landscapes shaped by ancient forces and human imagination, where every scene feels like a moment frozen in time. In southern Europe, the island of Sardinia in Italy offers some of the clearest waters in the Mediterranean. White sand beaches meet crystal blue seas that shift through endless shades of turquoise. Rocky cliffs rise above hidden coves, and small fishing villages rest quietly along the coastline. Ancient ruins and Nurag stone towers dot the landscape, whispering stories of civilizations that lived here thousands of years ago. At sunset, the sky reflects on the calm sea, creating a peaceful and cinematic atmosphere that feels untouched by time. In the heart of Africa, the Okavango Delta in Botswana transforms the desert into a lush oasis. During seasonal floods, rivers spread across the land, creating lagoons, islands, and wetlands filled with life. Elephants walk through shallow water, hippos surface in quiet channels, and birds fill the sky with color and sound. Traditional Mokoro canoes glide silently through reeds, offering an intimate view of this thriving ecosystem. The Okavango is a miracle of nature, where water brings life to the wilderness in the most beautiful way. In East Asia, China's Guilin region feels like a painting brought to life. Karst mountains rise sharply from the Li River, their reflections shimmering in the water below. Bamboo rafts drift along the river, passing rice fields, small villages, and mist-covered peaks. The landscape changes with the light, from soft morning fog to golden afternoon glow. Guilin feels peaceful, poetic, and timeless, a place where nature and culture blend seamlessly into a living artwork. In North America, Alaska's Denali National Park offers raw wilderness on a massive scale. Snow-covered mountains, including North America's highest peak, rise above vast tundra and forests. Grizzly bears, wolves, caribou, and moose roam freely across the landscape. Rivers wind through valleys, and glaciers carve their way through mountains. In summer, the sun barely sets, while in winter, the northern lights illuminate the sky with dancing colors. Denali feels vast, wild, and humbling, a reminder of nature's untamed power. In Europe, the city of Barcelona in Spain bursts with creativity and color. Gaudi's unique architecture shapes the city, from the surreal curves of Park Güell to the towering spires of the Sagrada Familia. Streets are filled with life, music, and art, while beaches stretch along the Mediterranean coast. Markets overflow with fresh food, and plazas invite people to gather and celebrate. Barcelona feels energetic, artistic, and full of soul, where tradition meets modern creativity. In Southeast Asia, the Philippines' Palawan Island reveals tropical beauty at its finest. Limestone cliffs rise from emerald waters, hidden lagoons sparkle under sunlight, and underground rivers flow through vast cave systems. White, sand beaches stretch along remote islands, and coral reefs thrive beneath clear seas filled with colorful marine life. Boats glide through narrow passages between towering rocks, creating scenes that feel cinematic and untouched. Palawan is often called the last frontier, and it truly feels like paradise on Earth. These places show how endlessly diverse our world is. From quiet islands and thriving deltas to artistic cities and frozen wilderness, each destination carries its own magic. As we approach the final chapter of this journey, the beauty of Earth feels even more powerful, reminding us that every corner of the planet holds a story worth discovering. The journey across the world's most beautiful places reaches its climax, revealing destinations that leave us speechless, reminding us of the extraordinary diversity, power, and artistry of our planet. In this chapter, we witness landscapes that combine natural wonders, ancient human achievement, and moments that feel timeless, leaving a lasting impression on the soul. In Africa, the pyramids of Giza rise from the desert like monuments to eternity. These colossal structures have stood for thousands of years, shaped by the hands of civilizations long gone, yet their grandeur remains undeniable. The golden sun rises over the Sahara, casting long shadows across the sand, highlighting the precise geometry and immense scale of these ancient tombs. Camels roam the desert, and local guides share stories of pharaohs, dynasties, and secrets hidden within the stone. Standing here, you feel the weight of history and the brilliance of human ingenuity. The pyramids are more than structures. They are a testament to ambition, vision, and the enduring spirit of humanity. Far to the north, Iceland's Vatnajökull National Park offers a landscape of ice and fire unlike any other. Glaciers stretch across valleys, while volcanic peaks rise sharply above the land. Waterfalls cascade into deep fjords, their mist creating rainbows in the crisp air. Ice caves glow with an ethereal blue light, as if the glacier itself is alive. Here, the raw power of nature is on full display, where wind, water, and ice collaborate over millennia to craft breathtaking formations. Hiking through this frozen wilderness, you feel both the fragility and the resilience of the Earth, a reminder of the planet's ever-changing beauty. In South America, Iguazu Falls straddles the border of Argentina and Brazil, a roaring spectacle of water and life. Over 270 individual waterfalls drop into the Iguazu River, sending mist high into the sky, forming rainbows that dance across the gorge. The lush rainforest surrounding the falls is alive with tropical birds, butterflies, and the calls of howler monkeys. From the Devil's Throat viewpoint, the sound and sight of the water plunging into the abyss is both overwhelming and humbling. Iguazu embodies the raw, unstoppable force of nature, and standing near its edge is a sensory experience that lingers long after you leave. Across Asia, the northern lights in Norway create a cosmic ballet above snow-covered landscapes. The sky shimmers with green, purple, and pink ribbons of light, moving silently across the horizon in patterns that feel orchestrated by the universe itself. Fjords, frozen lakes, and snow-dusted villages reflect this celestial display, enhancing the magic of the moment. Experiencing the aurora borealis is a reminder that some of Earth's most profound beauty is intangible, yet it moves us more deeply than any structure or landmark ever could. In North America, Niagara Falls roars with unmatched grandeur. Millions of gallons of water tumble over cliffs into the river below, creating mist that rises high into the air. The rainbow-colored spray adds a dreamlike quality to the immense power of the falls. Boats glide toward the cascading waters, giving travelers a close-up experience of nature's energy. Surrounding parks, trails, and observation decks allow visitors to witness the falls from every angle, making it a perfect combination of awe, adventure, and tranquility. In Europe, Santorini in Greece concludes this journey with a sense of serene perfection. Whitewashed houses with blue domes cling to volcanic cliffs, overlooking the endless Aegean Sea. Narrow streets wind through villages adorned with flowers, while the sun sets in fiery gold and crimson hues, reflecting off the caldera below. Sailboats drift quietly across the water, and the sound of the waves creates a rhythmic, calming presence. Santorini feels like a final note in a symphony of beauty, where history, architecture, and nature converge into one harmonious experience. From ancient monuments and roaring waterfalls to glaciers, deserts, and skies ablaze with light, the planet offers endless wonders for those who seek them. Every mountain, river, city, and island carries a story, a feeling, a memory waiting to be created. Traveling through these places inspires awe, humility, and appreciation for the richness of our world. As we conclude this journey across 50 of the most beautiful places on Earth, we are left with a profound understanding. Our planet is not only a home, but a living masterpiece, sculpted over millennia, filled with moments that move the heart and elevate the spirit. Every horizon invites exploration, every landscape sparks curiosity, and every corner of the Earth offers a chance to witness something truly extraordinary. The world is vast, the beauty infinite, and the adventure always waiting just beyond the next horizon. As we explore these destinations, prepare to witness sights that feel larger than life, yet intimate, moments where the Earth reveals its most cinematic expressions. In Patagonia, Chile, the jagged peaks of Torres del Paine rise like sentinels over a land sculpted by wind and glacier. The granite towers, surrounded by turquoise lakes and golden grasslands, command awe at every glance. Rivers carve through valleys, illuminates the sky with the northern lights, creating an interplay of land, water, and sky that feels almost otherworldly. The fjords are a masterclass in geological artistry, sculpted over millennia by ice and time. In the Americas, the Galapagos Islands off the coast of Ecuador embody a sense of untouched wonder. Volcanic islands rise abruptly from the Pacific, their shores dotted with wildlife found nowhere else on Earth. Giant tortoises move slowly across grassy plains. Marine iguanas sun themselves on black lava rocks, and blue-footed boobies perform their courtship dances along the cliffs. Beneath the water, tropical fish and sharks inhabit coral reefs of vibrant color. The island's isolation has preserved a unique ecosystem, offering a glimpse into the planet's evolutionary processes and a reminder of the fragile balance of life. In North America, the Alaskan wilderness stretches across tundra, glaciers, and mountain ranges in a display of unbroken grandeur. Denali, the continent's highest peak, towers over valleys where rivers wind past forests of spruce and pine. Wildlife moves freely. Grizzly bears fish in streams, caribou migrate across open plains, and eagles soar high above. The long summer days allow exploration into the heart of this vast terrain, while winter blankets the landscape in pristine snow, transforming it into a silent kingdom. The interplay of light, landscape, and wildlife creates scenes that feel cinematic in every sense, capturing the essence of untouched nature. In Oceania, New Zealand's Fiordland National Park blends mountains, lakes, and forests into an unforgettable spectacle. Milford Sound, with its towering cliffs and cascading waterfalls, is often shrouded in mist, enhancing its mystical quality. Water plunges into dark waters with a thunderous grace, while lush greenery clings to steep slopes. Dolphins, seals, and native birds inhabit this pristine environment, adding life to the dramatic scenery. Whether viewed from a boat, a kayak, or the surrounding trails, Fiordland offers a sense of immersion in a landscape that is both powerful and serene. These landscapes remind us that Earth is a gallery of infinite beauty, from icy peaks and tropical paradises to dramatic fjords and volcanic islands. Every corner of the globe carries its own story, its own rhythm, and its own breathtaking view. As this final chapter unfolds, we are left with an enduring truth. The world is a masterpiece, alive, ever-changing, and full of wonders that challenge imagination and stir the soul. Every step into these extraordinary places deepens our connection to the planet and our understanding of its vast, incomparable beauty. In the heart of Central Asia, Kyrgyzstan's Tian Shan Mountains rise sharply against the sky. Snow-capped peaks and alpine meadows stretch as far as the eye can see. Yurts dot lush valleys, and herders guide their horses across rolling hills. In summer, wildflowers carpet the meadows in vivid colors, while crisp rivers and glacial lakes mirror the surrounding peaks. The region is steeped in nomadic tradition, and the lifestyle here feels timeless, connected intimately with the rhythms of nature. Hiking through these valleys, one feels small, yet profoundly alive, witnessing landscapes sculpted over millennia. Far to the south, South Africa's Table Mountain overlooks Cape Town, creating a dramatic backdrop where city meets ocean. The flat-topped summit rises abruptly from the coastline, cloaked in clouds at times, while steep cliffs descend into the Atlantic. Hiking trails and cable cars offer access to panoramic views, where beaches, harbors, and vineyards stretch below. In winter, snow dusts the peak, contrasting with the turquoise waters of the sea. From atop the mountain, the vastness of the landscape from urban life to wild shores is overwhelming, and the sense of scale is humbling. In Oceania, the Great Barrier Reef in Australia stretches across thousands of kilometers of vibrant ocean. Coral formations burst with color beneath crystal-clear waters, home to fish, turtles, sharks, and countless marine species. Islands rise from the reef, their beaches pristine and inviting. Snorkeling and diving allow travelers to explore this underwater paradise, where light dances across reefs and the diversity of life feels infinite. The reef is a living testament to the complexity and resilience of nature, and seeing it firsthand reminds us how fragile and precious these ecosystems truly are. In North America, the landscapes of Yosemite National Park offer grandeur in every direction. Towering cliffs of granite, including the world-famous El Capitan and Half Dome, rise from verdant valleys below. Waterfalls cascade with thunderous beauty, feeding rivers that wind through meadows and forests. Giant sequoias stand as ancient witnesses to centuries of change, their bark rough and timeless. The interplay of sunlight and shadow across the cliffs transforms Yosemite into a living painting, where every season offers a new perspective: spring with rushing waters, summer with lush greenery, autumn with golden leaves, and winter blanketed in snow. Across South America, Patagonia's Los Glaciares National Park in Argentina displays icy landscapes of unparalleled scale. Massive glaciers descend from towering peaks into turquoise lakes, cracking and shifting with life. The wind sweeps across the open plains, carrying the crisp scent of ice and snow. Andean condors soar high above, riding thermal currents across valleys. Hiking near the glaciers, the sound of ice calving into the water echoes across the landscape, a reminder of the immense, raw power of nature. Every moment here feels cinematic, as if time slows to match the pace of the frozen world. In Europe, Norway's Lofoten Islands rise sharply from the Arctic Ocean, where dramatic peaks meet tranquil bays. Fishing villages with colorful houses cling to cliffs, and the sea reflects the mountains with perfect clarity. In summer, the midnight sun casts golden light across fjords and beaches, while winter brings the aurora borealis, painting the sky in green and purple ribbons. The contrast of rugged mountains, pristine waters, and ethereal skies creates landscapes that feel both wild and serene, a combination rarely seen elsewhere. From icy mountains and coral reefs to deserts, fjords, and tropical paradises, every corner of the planet tells a story. These are places that inspire exploration, reflection, and appreciation for the incredible diversity and beauty of Earth. As we approach the conclusion of this cinematic journey, the message becomes clear. Our planet is a masterpiece, alive with color, texture, and life, waiting to be experienced, cherished, and preserved for generations to come. The Earth, in all its extraordinary forms, continues to challenge imagination and reward curiosity. Every horizon holds a new adventure, every peak a new perspective, and every moment spent in these stunning locations deepens our connection to the world. In witnessing these wonders, we see not only the brilliance of nature and human achievement, but also the boundless potential for discovery, awe, and inspiration that exists across our planet. In South America, the majestic Andes stretch across multiple countries, their snow-capped peaks soaring into the clouds. In Peru, The sacred valley unfolds, with terraced fields, winding rivers, and ancient villages that have existed for centuries. Farmers still work the land as their ancestors did, guided by knowledge passed down through generations. In Bolivia, the Altiplano spreads wide, with salt flats like mirrors reflecting the sky and highland lakes that glow turquoise under the sun. The Andes are more than mountains. They are a testament to the enduring spirit of life in harmony with a rugged, unforgiving landscape. Far to the north, Canada's Banff National Park offers a world of pristine lakes, alpine forests, and jagged peaks. Lake Louise glows in brilliant turquoise, framed by towering mountains and glaciers. Hiking trails wind through meadows where wildflowers bloom in summer, while in winter, snow transforms the park into a serene, white wonderland. Wildlife moves freely. Elk graze along rivers, and bears wander through forests. Canoeing, skiing, or simply standing at the edge of a lake, the feeling of being immersed in untouched wilderness is overwhelming. Banff's combination of color, scale, and tranquility creates scenes that feel cinematic in every sense. In Africa, the Masai Mara in Kenya offers a raw, living tapestry of wildlife and savanna. Lions lounge in golden grass. Giraffes stride gracefully between acacia trees, and herds of wildebeest migrate across vast plains. Early mornings bring mist that hangs low over the landscape, while sunsets ignite the sky in deep oranges and reds. Hot air balloons rise silently over the savanna, offering a view of the ecosystem from above, where predators and prey coexist in a delicate balance. The Masai Mara is a reminder of life's vitality and the intricate harmony of the natural world. In Oceania, Bora Bora in French Polynesia reveals paradise in miniature. Turquoise lagoons surround volcanic peaks, and overwater bungalows float above crystal-clear waters. Coral gardens thrive beneath the surface, teeming with colorful fish and rays. Gentle breezes sway palm trees along pristine beaches, and sunsets paint the sky in fiery shades of orange, pink, and violet. Bora Bora feels peaceful yet alive, a perfect blend of solitude and vibrant life, where every view is a painting and every moment feels like a dream. In Europe, Iceland's Landmannalaugar region offers landscapes shaped by fire and ice. Multicolored rhyolite mountains rise from volcanic valleys, while hot springs bubble and steam curls through the crisp air. Lava fields stretch endlessly, and hiking trails lead to panoramic views of rugged terrain. In winter, snow adds contrast, while in summer, wildflowers bloom in unexpected corners. Landmannalaugar feels like a place from another planet, where colors, textures, and forms collide to create a dramatic, unforgettable spectacle. Across Asia, Bhutan's Paro Valley offers a peaceful yet awe-inspiring experience. Nestled between the Himalayan peaks, the valley is dotted with monasteries, terraced fields, and quaint villages. The iconic Paro Taksang, or Tiger's Nest Monastery, clings to a cliffside high above the valley floor, accessible only by steep hiking trails. Prayer flags flutter in the wind, rivers wind through lush forests, and the air carries a sense of serenity that feels rare in the modern world. Bhutan's landscapes blend spiritual depth with natural grandeur, creating moments of quiet reflection amidst extraordinary scenery. As this journey concludes, the diversity of Earth's beauty becomes undeniable. From mirrored salt flats and cascading waterfalls to ancient cities, alpine lakes, tropical paradises, and remote valleys, every corner of the world offers its own story, mood, and breathtaking view. These destinations remind us of the planet's infinite variety and the endless potential for awe, curiosity, and exploration. The world is a living masterpiece, shaped by time, life, and human creativity. Each mountain, river, forest, desert, and city reflects a story of Earth's power, resilience, and artistry. Traveling through these wonders inspires a deep connection, showing that beauty exists not just in isolated places, but woven throughout the planet in every form. As this chapter in this journey draws to a close, the message is clear. Our world is extraordinary, full of moments that stir the heart, awaken the imagination, and invite us to experience life in its fullest, most cinematic form. In South America, Patagonia's Perito Moreno Glacier in Argentina is a testament to the power of ice and time. Massive walls of blue and white ice extend as far as the eye can see, slowly advancing and retreating with the rhythm of the climate. The glacier cracks and groans as enormous chunks fall into the turquoise waters below, sending sprays of mist into the crisp air. Trails and observation platforms allow visitors to witness this raw spectacle up close, offering a sense of scale that is almost unimaginable. The combination of ice, water, and mountain backdrops creates scenes so dramatic they feel lifted from a dream. Across the Indian Ocean, Madagascar presents a unique ecosystem unlike anywhere else on Earth. Spiny forests, baobab trees, and limestone formations known as tsingy dominate the landscape. Lemurs leap gracefully between branches, chameleons shift colors, and an astonishing diversity of flora and fauna thrives in this isolated island paradise. Coastal beaches, with turquoise waters and coral reefs, provide a tropical contrast to the rugged interior. Every corner of Madagascar offers a glimpse into a world shaped by isolation, where evolution has created extraordinary forms of life and landscapes that feel utterly alien and enchanting. In Europe, Santorini in Greece is a harmonious blend of architecture and nature. Whitewashed houses with blue domes cling to cliffs overlooking the caldera, while the deep Aegean Sea stretches into the horizon. Narrow, cobblestone streets wind between quaint shops and cafes, and the scent of flowers and sea breeze fills the air. As the sun sets, the sky ignites in hues of gold, pink, and violet, reflecting off the water in a breathtaking display. Santorini exemplifies how human design can complement natural beauty, creating a scene of serenity, romance, and timeless elegance that feels almost surreal. In Africa, Morocco's Sahara Desert stretches endlessly, where golden dunes shift with the wind. Camel caravans traverse the horizon, leaving tracks that disappear with the next breeze. At sunrise and sunset, the desert transforms into a canvas of light and shadow, with colors ranging from deep amber to soft rose. Star-filled skies illuminate the desert nights, unspoiled by light pollution, creating a sense of infinity and connection to the cosmos. The Sahara is a place where solitude and scale merge, reminding travelers of both the vastness of nature and the resilience of life in extreme environments. In Oceania, New Zealand's Tongariro National Park combines volcanic landscapes, alpine meadows, and emerald lakes. The Tongariro Alpine Crossing is a trail like no other, leading hikers past steaming vents, craters, and lava fields, all while offering panoramic views of Mount Ngaruho and surrounding peaks. The vivid colors of the red crater, the deep turquoise of emerald lakes, and the rugged volcanic terrain create a visual feast that feels otherworldly. Every step along the trail immerses visitors in a dynamic landscape shaped by fire, ice, and time. In North America, Hawaii's Napali coast on Kauai offers dramatic cliffs that rise directly from the Pacific Ocean. Waterfalls tumble into hidden coves, and the coastline's rugged beauty is enhanced by lush green valleys carved over millennia. Helicopters, boats, and hiking trails reveal different perspectives, each one more breathtaking than the last. The contrast of steep cliffs, crashing waves, and isolated beaches creates a sense of adventure and discovery that feels unparalleled. Napali is a vivid reminder that Earth's most remote and pristine places hold the deepest beauty. From icy glaciers and volcanic landscapes to serene islands and vast deserts, these final destinations showcase the diversity and majesty of our planet. They remind us that beauty takes many forms, some wild and raw, some carefully shaped by human hands, but all capable of evoking wonder, reflection, and awe. As we conclude this cinematic journey through 50 of the most beautiful places on Earth, the message is undeniable. Our world is extraordinary. Every mountain, river, beach, desert, and city tells a story, and every horizon invites exploration. Traveling through these wonders deepens our connection to the Earth, reminding us of the power, resilience, and endless creativity of the natural world. The planet is alive with color, texture, and life, and those who seek to experience it will find moments that are both humbling and exhilarating. The world is vast, vibrant, and endlessly inspiring, offering a lifetime of discovery for those who venture into its most magnificent corners. In South America, Machu Picchu in Peru rises from the mist of the Andes, a city suspended between history and legend. Terraced fields cascade down the mountainsides, and stone structures cling to ridges, perfectly aligned with the natural contours of the land. As dawn breaks, sunlight illuminates the ancient citadel, revealing the precision and ingenuity of Inca architecture. Clouds drift through the valleys below, creating an ethereal atmosphere where time seems to stand still. Walking through the ruins, you feel the echoes of centuries past, a connection to a civilization that mastered both nature and design. Machu Picchu is not only a visual marvel, it is a profound reminder of human vision in harmony with the natural world. Across the Indian Ocean, the Maldives presents a vision of tropical serenity. Tiny coral islands rise above turquoise lagoons, with overwater bungalows floating peacefully on crystal clear water. Beneath the surface, coral gardens teem with marine life, vibrant fish, graceful rays, and playful dolphins. The sun rises in golden hues, illuminating palm-fringed beaches, while the gentle sound of waves creates a sense of timeless calm. The Maldives is both an escape and a celebration of natural beauty, where the harmony between sea, sand, and sky forms a landscape of pure, immersive tranquility. In North America, the Grand Canyon in Arizona offers a spectacle of geological artistry. Layers of red, orange, and ochre rock stretch across vast chasms carved by the Colorado River over millions of years. Sunsets ignite the canyon walls with deep, shifting colors, while the wind and light transform the view with every passing moment. Hiking along the rim, or descending into the canyon itself, creates a perspective of scale that is humbling and exhilarating. The Grand Canyon is a testament to the power of time, water, and earth, revealing the planet's capacity to create landscapes that inspire both awe and reflection. In Europe, Italy's Amalfi Coast combines dramatic cliffs, pastel villages, and the shimmering Mediterranean Sea. Narrow roads wind along steep slopes, connecting towns perched above turquoise waters. Lemon groves and terraced gardens add bursts of color, while beaches and hidden coves offer secluded spots of beauty. The rhythm of life here, boats drifting along the coast, local markets bustling with activity, and the scent of citrus in the air creates a sensory experience that is both vibrant and soothing. Amalfi exemplifies the interplay between human life and natural grandeur, creating a setting of cinematic elegance. In Asia, the temples of Angkor in Cambodia reveal a civilization carved from stone where nature and architecture merge in mystical harmony. The iconic Angkor Wat rises above surrounding forests, its reflection mirrored in tranquil pools. Ancient carvings tell stories of kings, deities, and legends, while jungle vines weave through stone ruins, reclaiming the land over centuries. At sunrise, the temple complex glows in warm light, and the stillness of the morning amplifies the sense of awe. Angkor is a reminder of humanity's ability to create beauty that endures, even as nature quietly reclaims its domain. In Oceania, Australia's Great Ocean Road offers coastal vistas that feel cinematic in scale and beauty. Towering limestone stacks, including the iconic 12 Apostles, rise from the turbulent Southern Ocean. Waves crash against rugged cliffs, while windswept beaches stretch along the horizon. Rainforests cling to nearby slopes, and winding roads offer breathtaking viewpoints at every turn. Driving this route, one feels a constant dialogue between land, sea, and sky, where the elements collaborate to craft a landscape that is both dramatic and serene. In Africa, Morocco's Chefchaouen glows in a different kind of beauty. Its blue-painted streets and buildings create a dreamlike atmosphere. In the Rift Mountains, narrow alleys lead to hidden courtyards, while markets offer spices, textiles, and local crafts. Sunlight casts soft shadows on the blue walls, creating a feeling of calm and tranquility. The surrounding mountains frame the town, providing a sense of enclosure and intimacy amidst natural splendor. Chefchaouen illustrates how human vision and culture can harmonize with natural beauty, producing a place both enchanting and timeless. As this journey concludes, the enormity of Earth's beauty becomes undeniable. From ancient ruins and tropical paradises to towering cliffs, glaciers, and vibrant cities, every destination holds its own unique story, mood, and sense of wonder. Traveling through these locations reminds us of the richness of our planet and the endless potential for exploration, discovery, and inspiration. The world is alive with color, texture, and life, and each of these extraordinary destinations encourages us to experience it fully. Mountains, rivers, deserts, oceans, and cities all contribute to a living, breathing masterpiece, sculpted over eons and refined by both nature and humanity. The final chapters of this journey show that beauty is not just in isolated places, it is woven throughout the planet, offering moments that inspire awe, reflection, and deep connection. As we step back from these wonders, it becomes clear. Our Earth is an unparalleled masterpiece, vibrant and ever-changing, inviting us to explore, cherish, and protect it. Each horizon holds a story. Every landscape evokes emotion, and every adventure reminds us that the beauty of our planet is boundless, waiting to be discovered anew with every journey. The world is vast, breathtaking, and infinitely cinematic, a gift that continues to inspire wonder in all who seek it. Our journey through the 50 most beautiful places on Earth may be ending, but the memories and inspiration remain. From remote islands to majestic mountains, serene beaches to vibrant cities, the planet is full of wonders waiting to be discovered. Which place captivated you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell so you never miss another adventure. The world is endless, and the next journey is always just beyond the horizon. Thanks for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed exploring Prague as much as I enjoyed guiding you through it. If you found this travel guide helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more beautiful destinations from around the world. Got a favorite spot in Prague? Drop it in the comments, I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, safe travels and see you in the next video.